Today's theme is sparkles. So today I'll show you how to make these gorgeous acrylic gem barrettes. And I'm going to make them in the multifaceted, and also I'm going to make them with some acrylic snowflakes. So let's get started. Now the first thing you'll need to make these barrettes are multifaceted acrylic gems, the clear ones, iridescent. There you go. And also, since I'm making a snowflake barrette, I found these acrylic snowflake gems. These are actually buttons, but I'm going to use these. The button holes are very tiny, so they can hardly be seen. You can also use different colored acrylic gems. They come in sets of different colors, iridescent or clear. And iridescent is the one that kind of has a rainbow look to it. So that's what I'll be using today. You also need some 2-inch barrettes. And these you can find at your local craft store. Most of the things that I use you can find at your local craft store. So these are what I'll be using today. The last thing I need is actually a hot glue gun, my handy hot glue gun. Now the first thing you do is put a little bit of hot glue in the very beginning of your barrette. Just squeeze it out of there. And then quickly add your first acrylic gem. And squeeze it down without touching the hot glue so that you don't get burnt, because hot glue can burn. And hold it upside down for a minute because the barrette has a little hole in it where some of the glue squeezes out. So just let it set for a minute. And don't worry about these little strings. Once it dries, you can pull those off without pulling off the gem. So now we go ahead and we add the rest of our gems. Squeeze another bit of glue, a little bit next to that one, and take your second gem and just squeeze it down. You just need a little dot of glue for it to be able to stick. I'll show you about how much, and then I'll finish this off and I'll show you how to do the snowflake one, which is pretty much the same thing. One more squeeze of glue. Put about this much glue, just a dot. And then attach your next gem. Look how fast this is. See, already I have 3 gems attached. Look how pretty it's looking. So I finished doing the first one, and this is what it looks like. And when you're finished with the glue, just turn it upside down so that way the glue that's coming out through those holes will actually settle down and won't be a big blob of glue. Now to get started on my snowflake one. Now I'm going to get started on my acrylic snowflake clip. And the acrylic snowflakes come in 2 different sizes, so I'm going to put 2 big ones on the end and 2 little ones in the middle. So I'll start with my big one. Same concept, put a little bit of glue at the very end. My hot glue gun is giving me trouble today. There we go. And then quickly place your snowflake down on top. Just gently place it on top and put it upside down. Lay it upside down for a second. And here you can see that this one is already dry and ready to go. So it was just as easy as that. I mean, it probably took only a little over a minute. And I wanted to show you here, I have one that's done in blue. You can do them in all colors. For example, last Christmas I made some that had red, white, and green in them. Sometimes I do pink and purple mixed together, so any combination will work. Okay, so this should be ready. And now I will stick my second snowflake. And this will probably use about 4 snowflakes. So I'll go ahead and finish with this, and then I'll show you how it looks at the end. I finished my snowflake clip, and I had it upside down cooling. And this is what it looks like. Isn't that pretty? And it was so fast to make. And then here, while I was waiting for that to cool, I made another one. And this is actually done in iridescent and pink. So it has iridescent and light pink in it. I wanted to show you something else that is really fast to make, really easy to make. These pins that I put on my shirt just now, this is one of an acrylic gem, and then this one is done with a snowflake, are very easy to make. I bought these at the craft store. They're flat and they have a backing on them. And basically all I do is I put a little bit of hot glue, hot glue in the back of them. And then stick a little gem on top. This time I'm using a snowflake. And just like that, I have a snowflake pin. See how easy that was to make? Don't mind these strings. I know it looks like there's spider webs in here, but it's just the hot glue, and once it cools, you can just pull them off. There you go. So please like my video and have fun creating.